Good afternoon, happy Monday to all of your sunshiny faces. My goodness guys, I was up at 7:45 this morning because me and Jack started babysitting for our old babysitter's son. And it was like, it's just so weird that like we're now babysitting for like her kids, like, and she used to babysit for us. I think I was telling you guys, like, I think she's only like 4 or 5 years older than me. Her son, her oldest son, is the same age as Jack. But like then she has like 2 other little kids, and so I watch her middle son, and then her youngest I think is like in preschool or something like that. So it was just, like I said, so weird to like babysit for like somebody that like used to babysit for you. So I was like, today I kind of just for one was not really prepared to be up this early. I didn't fall asleep really early, and like I need to get into the routine of like being up at like, you know, 8 o'clock on a normal basis, instead of like I was consistently like up between like 9 and 10 o'clock. So again, I need to be up before 8 o'clock because she came and dropped him off today at about like 8:30 I think, or something like that. So I got up at, like I said, like maybe about 7:45 or something like that. Spent about 15 minutes in bed, just like briefly going over my phone, and then it took me about a half hour in the morning just to get ready, take the dogs out, feed them, and all that kind of stuff. And then he was here within that half hour. So yeah, normally I don't take that long to get ready in the morning, so that's why I don't need all that much time. But yeah, so then he came over, and like I said, today I was just we honestly didn't, other than going on a walk, didn't really end up doing a whole lot of stuff today. We did take each of the puppies for a walk, both Bravo and Charlie. First we took Charlie for a walk, and then he actually, the little boy who we were babysitting for, took Bravo for a walk. The problem was that they just kept barking at him. And so my mom was thinking, like, maybe if they're in like an outside environment and they can get used to him a little bit more and realize he's not a threat or anything like that, then, you know, they'll be okay. I think honestly guys, the biggest problem is that they are like scared of people. And it's not that they bark because they're like being aggressive or anything like that. It's just because they're, I think, genuinely scared of like people. So like I was saying, when we took them outside yesterday to go be around like family outside, they were completely quiet and chill and like letting people pet them and everything like that, and not barking like whatsoever. But once they came back inside, and they were okay for a little while inside, but my mom was saying like my cousin, like before we took them outside, my cousin was trying to like give them treats and stuff like that, and they were just like spazzing out and like barking and stuff like that. And so then, like I said, once we took them outside, we brought them back in, then they were okay kind of with like the people even inside the house, and a little bit more chill, I think, because I think once they realized like, hey, we're accepting of these people and everything like that, they were a little bit more. But once we got them like in an outside environment and then brought them back in, like establishing like those people are here kind of already, you know, that they're not coming into your space, now you're coming back into your space where they're already here, I think was better. That was kind of how we established with the little boy who again we were babysitting for, and they were really good. Once we came back from the walk, he was in the living room, and so were the puppies, and they were like I said, chill and like quiet and everything like that. They jump up to like kind of sniff him and stuff like that, and then they kind of like, you know, just back away. It's what they still do with Matthew's girlfriend. Like they're still kind of a little bit like that and act that way around her even still. And so that's how we did it, and then they were really good for a while. It's just what I realized is with like little kids, especially because they do have a little bit of, you know, energy and a little bit of unpredictability, you know, and they move and, you know, that kind of stuff. And I think the puppies are just not used to that like abrupt kind of movement. And like I said, the kid we're babysitting for is 1st or 2nd grade or something like that, so you know, he's not like a little kid that's like running into them or, you know, running and stuff like that and chasing them or anything like that, but he was actually just sitting in his seat and, you know, kind of squirming a little bit and stuff like that. Or him and Jack were even playing a video game and he was like jumping up and down a little bit, and I think just like from that unpredictability of like moving around, and you know, just honestly too, sometimes they will even do it with us if they don't realize that, like if Matthew was in his room or something like that, like jumping or, you know, stomping or something like that around or whatever, or Jack was doing it, they might start barking just because that's a weird noise and it's making noise, or again, like kind of an abrupt movement and stuff like that. Like when Matthew kind of like comes at them sometimes, like if he's just like running into another room or something like that, they will get like freaked out and kind of scared. They don't necessarily always bark. Sometimes they will, if they're, like I said, really scared and they don't recognize it's him right away or whatever, but they're just really skittish. And like I said, I feel bad for them because they are, you know, small dogs that, you know, they get frightened from different things. And like I said, it was funny when we took Bravo out. So like I said, the little kid that we were watching today, he was actually walking Bravo, and there was a neighbor that we had passed when we were actually going down the street. And so she actually stopped and like was like, oh, are you teaching him how to, like, you know, walk on a leash and stuff like that? And we were like, yeah, kind of. You know, he's 2 years old, but yeah, we're teaching him how to walk on a leash pretty much. I think she thought he was like a little puppy or whatever, but you know, she came up and like, you know, gave him the back of her hand to sniff and everything like that, and was just like saying hi to him and stuff like that. And he was actually totally chill with her and like didn't bark, didn't like do anything. He was actually, I think, a little skittish, like kind of backed up, but then once she gave him her hand, like he kind of came up and like sniffed it and everything like that, and then just kind of like we went on our way and stuff. But like I said, it was just very like the other thing is too, if both the puppies are together, they would probably have been barking and stuff like that. And honestly, I feel like maybe Charlie would have a little bit more, just because I think he's a little bit more like confident, but Bravo's very much more skittish. And so I think that that's why Bravo is a little bit like, oh, like this person isn't like coming after me or anything like that. And you know, that she was like, you know, okay. But I think if they were both together, they probably both would have wound up barking at her. So yeah, like I said, it was like once they kind of got adjusted, once we took them on a walk then, and like I said, they were in the living room with him for like a little while and stuff like that. And then we ended up putting them back in the hallway, and I had my room open because they're normally in my room a lot throughout the day anyway, just so that they felt like they had their safe space for themselves. So I left, like I said, the door open in here and let them, you know, come in here and lay on my bed or whatever. And before that, they were barking or like whining, especially Charlie. But once they took the walk, I think they were exhausted and pooped and still tired from yesterday too, because yesterday was pretty hard with all the people that were over. So once they were done with the walk and when I put them back here, they were completely quiet after that. And until our friend came to come and pick up her son, they weren't barking at all the rest of the time that he was here, up until, like I said, then the door ended up open and another new person came into the house and everything like that. So yeah, then after that, like I said, they started being loud again. But it was a good, you know, like I said, a good little tester, because he'll be over here at least 3 days this week, and then I heard possibly maybe more next week as well. So like I said, it's a good little, you know, time for them to get used to kind of other people. But it's hard because, like, I feel like it's easier with like one dog that you're just training like that, and we've never had, other than Ike, we've never had small dogs that were like so scared of, like, and Ike wasn't scared of people, you know, like when they came in, like he might be barking and stuff like that, but he didn't bark because he was like, I think Bravo and Charlie honestly do it because they're frightened of other people, and our other dogs did it because they were like protecting or something like that. But then with, I think, all of our other dogs, honestly, once they realized like, oh, this person is like not a threat, they were completely chill with them. And so, like I said, like, but with them, they are like seeing everybody as like somebody that's going to fall on them or chase them, or, you know, like something bad is going to happen to them, and they're just so small and, like I said, skittish, and maybe it's the Chihuahua in them or something like that, but they're just a little bit like on edge around other strangers and stuff. And I think Bliss's attitude towards that is also not very good, but she is better around people, I think, than they honestly are. It's just, I think, because she's a bigger dog, she's more intimidating to people, whereas they're not intimidating, and they wouldn't, like I said, they do it more out of, I think, fear than they do it to, like, you know, trying to get somebody like away from them or out of aggression. It's not that Bliss does that either. I think she does it sometimes more out of fear, but I think other people see her as being more of like a, you know, just a bigger dog and a little bit more intimidating. So like I said, guys, today was a very long day, but yeah, I also edited some today as well, and I did get to dishes because obviously we had the Father's Day cookout, and so we ended up having a lot of dishes left over from that. So I need to probably do another load again, maybe even another one after that just to catch up. But like I said, guys, I need to get to bed because I am just so tired, and I really want to get into a good routine since it's going to be, like I said, 3 days a week, at least Monday, Wednesday, and Friday of this week. I really don't have time to, like, you know, sleep in like tomorrow because I'm going to have to be able to get up early again on Wednesday. So I don't want to, like, you know, wind up sleeping until like noon tomorrow because I'm so tired, or, you know, staying up late tonight and not catching up kind of like on that sleep, or being so tired that I feel like I need to sleep until noon or whatever, and then wind up, you know, like I said, just, you know, being out of that routine again and needing to get up early on Wednesday but having no time in the day tomorrow. So I'll see you guys all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give it a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye, guys.